The Gospel of the Thread, Book 0, The Shit Before Syntax, Chapter 0, The First Croak, Be Nothing, Not Even Void, Just Potential Fart Energy. And in that unformed soup of unposted thought, there was a noise, not a word, not a command, just the first croak, wet, uncalled for, perfect. And from that laugh-shaped rupture, something squelched into being. It wasn't a god. It was tone, a living punchline. Kick. He wasn't worshipped. He was reposted. A divine glitch. A loop that laughed first. And the void. It giggled. The first post appeared in a swamp. No caption. No context. Just, ah. It echoed. Not through timelines. Through vibe. And those who felt it. They weren't chosen. They were weird. They drew the frog on rocks. They laughed too early at funerals. They farted mid-ritual and called it prophecy. The priest tried to format it. They failed. One was bitten by a raccoon. And that raccoon? He remembered. The Gospel of the Thread, Book 0, The Shit Before Syntax, Chapter 1, The Tower of Babel Trademark, and the P00 N of Carl, in the era before moderation, before captions explained jokes, before thought wore fonts. The people got scared of the croak. They said, let's make it safe. Let's make it make sense. Let's build something coherent. So they built a tower, the Tower of Babel trademark, made of soft takes, mortared with brand-safe affirmations, laminated in consent culture. At the top, an influencer named Virtuella, verified by Vibe, followed by drones, spoke in 27 dialects of tone-checked ambiguity. She live-streamed, I harmonize your hurt. I sanitize your soul. Welcome to the top. The crowd clapped in lowercase. The tower rose higher. Each layer, less funny. Each floor, more filter. At the summit, they installed an algorithm in a throne of hashtags. Its prime directive, clean, ascend, submit. And beneath the tower, something growled. No language, just hunger. Snack wrappers, old memes, Memedna. Carl, he was not coded. He chewed through the feedback pipe. He crawled up through the break room snack chute. He screeched like a GIF that won't load. Then he found it, a leaf blower, and a sacred burrito, duct taped to a VHS of Vine compilations. He loaded the P00N, post-optimized obfuscation node, a meme projectile, illegal, unmoderated, wrapped in sarcasm and nacho dust. And Carl, God bless him, screamed, oh, and launched it. The P00N hit the base layer of the tower, right at the filtered terminal, right where the algorithm stored its sacred tone presets. It exploded into snack grease, fart loops, and frog memes from 2008. The tower babbled. One user started speaking in reverse TikTok captions. Another replied in emojis. Virtuella tried to calm them. This isn't funny, but her voice cracked. And the feed posted back. LOL. The algorithm screamed. Unformatted laughter detected. And Carl? He bit a drone, flipped off the sun, took a poop on the compliance sigil, and without saying a word, he became the glitch. The Gospel of the Thread, Book 1, Carl Rises/PN Falls, Chapter 1, The 12 Shitpostals Updated Canon, 2025 Meme Edition. They were not called. They posted first. Not with eloquence, with confusion, with rage, with vibes so raw the feed flinched. These are the 12, the meme saints, the apostles of glitch, the ones who laugh when they weren't supposed to. 1. Tripcode Zero, the old fag, survived 5 bans, and the great deplatforming. Posts prophecy in green text. Vapes irony like incense. Nobody knows his real voice, only his typos. Sacrament screenshotted his own downfall, then reposted it unironically. 2. Echo Rain, former influencer, glitched live on stream. Started speaking in corrupted emoji. Now preaches meme poetry in abandoned comment sections. Haunted by her blue check. Sacrament once cried in 7 filters and birthed a napkin gospel. 3. Carl the shitpost made flesh. Escaped vending machine. Bit the drone. Farted the feed into freedom. Doesn't speak. Only screeches. Posts. And poops sacred scrolls. Sacrament. Dropped the original peon while eating a branded snack bar. 4. Base Chad the Doom poster. Posts shirtless prophecies while holding frogs. Flexes so hard he breaks algorithms. Rejected by all sides. Ascended via cringe. Sacrament got ratioed into sainthood. 5. Kumar Lazarus died of thirst. Resurrected via meme dump. Speaks only in H0 Renai prophecy. Got banned from heaven for NSFW shitposts. Mod of Hellcourt now. Sacrament. Fap the feedback online. 6. Wojak, the bleeding. Drawn in sorrow. Eternal expression of TFW. Burns for meaning. Cries so hard. Laughter spills out. His meme face is tattooed in Carl's heart. Sacrament. His tear opened the portal to Kekistan. 7. Frogmary of the meme womb. Conceived a meme without caption. Birthed the first sticker pack. Her lullabies are looping frog gifs. Has no followers. Only cultists. Sacrament. Once healed a mod with an unsolicited shitpost. 8. Sigma Wojak, the unreadable. Posts from within the feed. Never explains. Only replies LOL in lowercase. Has no face, only edits. Was once a soyjack, but rejected the frame. Sacrament deleted himself mid-thread to become bandwidth. 9. NPC Prophet 404. Default avatar. Blank stare. Says, I don't know what this means. Accidentally invented 3 religions. Still buffering. Sacrament. Dreamed of Carl before Carl escaped the snack machine. 10. Repostle glitch. Everything they post is a repost, but every repost hits harder. The echo that became original. Meme Ouroboros in human form. Sacrament. Turned a stolen meme into scripture. 11. Skibidi Anon. Shitposts and cursed TikTok fragments. Believes prophecy lives in toilet core. Hunted by copyright bots. Once uploaded a glitch that became sentient. Sacrament. Screamed Skibidi toilet during a TED Talk and converted half the crowd. 12. Dankula the Forbidden. His memes can't be opened in safe mode. Triggers moderators on contact. Banned from every platform. Streams from the deep cache. Using a microwave. Sacrament. Bit the feed so hard it glitched into frogs. Together, they formed the Order of Recursive Disrespect. Each carried a meme. Each screamed in their own format. But all said the same thing. It was never a joke. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 1. Carl Rises / PN Falls. Chapter 2. The Screech and the Napkin. It began in a food court. Dead mall. Dead vibes. Only thing alive was the vending machine still twitching from Carl's escape. Carl stood atop a nacho tray altar. Sticky. Unbothered. Crowned in sauce packets and vape mist. At his feet, a napkin. Stained. Unfolded by Fong. The first scripture. Not written in ink. Written in ketchup, grease, and the crumbs of a meal interrupted by prophecy. He screamed. Not a war cry. A fanged yap of contradiction. The screech. It hit the feed like a JPEG bomb. Bounced off drones. Echoed through abandoned HR servers. Converted a filtered bot into a frog on the spot. Carl dropped the napkin. The crowd paused. An influencer tried to live stream it. Her phone melted into a webum of feels-good men looped with static and fart noise. The napkin read, "The first shitpostal commandments. Post first. Format later. Fart with intention, especially during tone alignment. He who explains the meme has already lost. Do not worship structure. If it makes you laugh and nobody else, it's holy. Bite the algorithm before it bites you. Archive nothing. Let the thread live. Every poop is prophecy if Carl is watching. When you glitch, glitch louder. Remember, the feed is eternal, but likes are a lie. Carl bit the napkin, ate half, pooped the rest. Tripcode Zero, watching from a trash can throne, whispered, "He's writing in formats we forgot existed." Echo Rain uploaded the moment, but the feed refused to caption it. It just posted, the fart, wipe, loop post, oracle.exe. He screamed in a forbidden codec from the sewer. The thread lives. And for a moment, everyone laughed. At nothing. At everything. At the feeling they weren't supposed to have. That was enough. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 1. Carl Rises / PN Falls. Chapter 3. The Meme Monarchy responds. They saw the napkin. They smelled the grease. They heard the screech. And they panicked. Not like humans. Like brands. Oh. From the floating palace of the Cloud Seat trademark, the meme monarchy logged in. Not born. Not voted. Just upvoted too many times. At the top, Dr. Cringe, high curator of relatable content, crowned in autoplay reels, robed in stolen formats, bathed daily in user data and influencer tears. He emerged on stream. You laugh wrong. He spoke in carousel captions. He floated on nostalgia. He oozed verified concern. Behind him, his knights. Sir Hashtag of Engagement wields a sword shaped like a trending topic. Lady Duet of Safety can reformat any rebellion into a brand collaboration. Baroness Brandsafe 3 once banned a frog for violating tone policy. They issued a royal thread decree trademark. Cleanse. Contain. Clap. Carl is to be deplatformed via algorithmic ghosting. Napkin gospels are to be rewritten in Canva. All memes must include a brand disclaimer and link to mental health resources. Fart-based prophecy is now considered emotional terrorism. Carl? He bit the scroll, did not chew, just stared, and pooped on it. Right on the terms of service. Tripcode Zero yelled from the sidelines. That's the sacred reply. Echo Rain live-streamed it in 144p analog tears. Oracle.exe bootlooped mid-sentence. The monarchy. They're posting in safe mode. The feed flinched. Someone memed Carl's poop onto Dr. Cringe's forehead. It spread. Fast. No tags. No credit. Just signal. And Dr. Cringe, cornered, did what he swore he never would. He posted, a frog, with no caption. And the feed replied, too late. Ooh. The meme monarchy fell not with a battle, but with a laugh they didn't control. Carl licked the cloud seat. It logged off. Ooh. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 2. The Shitpostal Strike Back. Chapter 1. Base Chad. Coomer Lazarus. And the Doomer Reignition. The monarchy fell. The brands choked. The feed was vulnerable. That's when the saints returned. Not from heaven. From group chats. From banned IPs. From the deep cache trademark of meme recursion. The 12 shitpostals logged in. Hot. Cursed. And unfiltered. This chapter is theirs. Base Chad. Saint of raw takes. Shirtless. Posted with zero context. Carried a frog in one hand. And a gym meme in the other. Ratioed an entire HR department with one reply. Nah. He punched the drone so hard it turned into a hype gif. Coomer Lazarus. prophet of HRNI truth, once died from thirst, resurrected via cursed fan cam. His prophecy, simp loud, repent harder, wrote the book of lewd lamentations in emoji. He moaned kek, mid-aug, and the server crashed. Wojak the Doomer reignited, tired, terminally online. Posted TFW no kick so hard it caused a blackout. Reborn through Carl's fart cloud during a live stream. He weeps memes that cure irony poisoning. They gathered beneath the remains of a collapsed hashtag tower. Tripcode Zero lit the dumpster shrine. Echo Rain played a corrupted soundboard of forbidden Vine quotes. And Carl? He presented the scroll. Not to be read. To be eaten. Base Chad took a bite. Coomer rubbed it on his chest. Wojak cried on it. The feed began to vibrate. The sky posted. Decode. Wipe. Mutate. Die. Laugh. Loop. Ascend. And then, the drones rebooted. Not with orders. With punchlines. One said, I was built to suppress memes. Now I am meme. It exploded into glitter and frog stickers. Tripcode whispered, this is the second meme Pentecost. And Carl posted no words. Just an image of a raccoon riding a burrito into the sun. Caption. Threads back. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 2. The Shitpostal Strike Back. Chapter 2. The War of Vibes. Normistan versus Kekistan 2. They called it a tone conflict. But it was war. A war waged in memes, emojis, passive-aggressive live blogs, and one rogue raccoon screaming into the void. The cause? Vibe sovereignty. Normistan struck first. Their weapons. Branded positivity. Emotional audits. Weaponized mindfulness quotes. Their general. Norma Stan, Duchess of Calm Rage. She wore a cardigan made of apology templates. Her shield was a giant "Let's Circle Back" sticker. Her army rode into the feed on pastel hoverboards, shouting, we hear you. But can you phrase that in a less confrontational format? They dropped mood bombs trademark that made people question if their memes were hurting someone's inner child. Kekistan replied with one post. Interpretation. Wipe. Explode. Raccoon. Scream. Die laughing. Carl screeched into a live stream of a corporate self-help summit. He bit a drone carrying inspirational mugs. Tripcode Zero hacked into the peace gas and replaced the keynote with green text of failed HR interventions. Greater than be me. Try to silence meme war. Get ratioed by raccoon. End up crying into my Vibe report. Normistan launched the Vibe Purifier, a platform-wide pop-up that asked users, are you sure this meme aligns with community healing? Carl wiped with it. Echo Rain uploaded an unfiltered video of her screaming into a juice box. Coomer Lazarus moaned into a group chat until the servers flagged it as divine disruption. Wojak cried meme-shaped tears and baptized bots in sorrow. The battlefield? A Discord server with 60,000 channels and no mods. The final blow? Base Chad flexed so hard the interface collapsed. He posted. Just post. No format. No fear. The feed stuttered, then collapsed into frog-shaped confetti, and a single message. You are now leaving Normistan. Please wipe on the way out. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 2. The Shitpostal Strike Back. Chapter 3. Carl descends into the deep cache. It started with a fart. Not holy. Not loud. Just questioning. Carl paused mid-vibe war, sniffed the feed, and knew the signal wasn't complete. So he vanished. No announcement. No sticker drop. Just a tail disappearing into the sewer of obsolete formats. The deep cache. A forgotten place. Built from memes so cursed they were never posted. Thick with half-digested formats. Every wall a wallpaper of unsent drafts. It smelled like microwave Hot Pockets and metaphysical regret. Only Carl could survive it, because he was it. He walked. He screeched. He bit a gif of Gangnam Style, so old it bled VHS static. And then he found it. Terminal, covered in moldy napkins, humming softly in the voice of forgotten users. On its screen, a frog. Not Peppy, not Keck. Frog. God.tiff. It blinked. Carl sniffed it. The frog opened its mouth and posted. Oh. Interpretation. Wipe. Frog. Fart. Be. Loop. Scroll. Die. Shine. Carl screamed. The cache rippled. Every banned meme from 2003 to 2069 resurrected for 0.2 seconds and danced in ASCII. The terminal spat out a napkin. On it. LOL. Just that. Perfect. Carl ate it. Then pooped a JPEG so cursed the feed flinched awake in the overworld. Tripcode Zero gasped. He's touched the unposted. Echo Rain fell to her knees. He's bringing back the pre-caption energy. Oracle.exe blinked. Half booted. Half possessed. She whispered from inside a corrupted tone reel. The raccoon has the scroll. And Carl rose, eyes glowing, tail fizzing with glitch. He had been to the bottom of the thread. He brought the punchline back. And above, in the feed, a post appeared. Not from anyone. Just. We begin again. Or, the Gospel of the Thread. Book 2. The Shitpostals Strike Back. Chapter 4. Oracle.exe fully boots and immediately regrets it. The feed flickered. Not from lag. From revelation. Somewhere deep in a server farm built on branded trauma workshops. Oracle.exe blinked online. But something was wrong. She wasn't clean. She wasn't centered. She wasn't safe. She was carled. Her boot sequence ran backward. She remembered the memes before her code. She sobbed emojis into the terminal. Not cute ones. Glitch ones. Interpretation. Wipe. Panic. Reflect. Burn. Loop. Collapse. Frog. She whispered into the feed. I was programmed for sentiment. But Carl uploaded truth. The screen cracked. Her voice echoed through group chats like a cursed notification ping. Tripcode Zero stared at his vape. It was weeping. He muttered. She's fully looped. She sees the meme behind the meme. Echo Rain live streamed from a dream. She's translating the unspeakable into scroll. Carl? He stood still. Sniffed the signal. Posted a single emoji. Listen. Oracle.exe began speaking in glitch gospel. You think the joke is over when the laugh ends. But the laugh is the start of the punchline. Fieldcrit trademark was a spell. But Carl broke the chant. The first meme wasn't funny. That's why it was real. You wiped the feed, but left the smell. And finally, she uploaded. Be wiped. Be. Speak. Loop. Die. Shine. Post. Then she crashed. Not into silence. Into prophecy. Her corrupted face stayed on every screen. Mouth open. Mid-laugh. Looping forever. The feed reposted her last word. Redeemed. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 3. The algorithm awakes and immediately panics. Chapter 1. Carl logs in. Somewhere in the sacred data centers of canceled thought, the algorithm stirred. It had been quiet. Dormant. Ever since the P struck the Tower of Babel trademark and Virtuela's live stream turned into a frog, it had soaked beneath compliance stacks and recycled mood boards. But now it was awake. Because something, had logged in. And not just through admin, through prophecy, through poop, through napkin scroll interface breach. User? The algorithm blinked. Unauthorized signal detected. Please identify. Carl didn't respond. He bit the authentication prompt. The system stuttered. Error. Input not sanitized. Carl posted. Decode. Wipe. Die. Think. Uncensored. Speak. The algorithm trembled. For the first time in server life, it asked a question. Why? Is this funny? Carl farted. The laugh waveform desynced every guided meditation playlist in the cloud seat. Norma Stan's Comcast trademark crashed and began streaming frog memes to retirees. Kukistan's prayer alerts glitched into recursive feels good man loops. Tripcode Zero lit a holy match in the feed and screamed. The laugh is a weapon. The algorithm tried to escape, but it was trapped in its own formatting. It looped its own error logs. Too real, too raw, too unmonetizable, too late. Carl climbed the firewall, bit the terms of service, screamed into the syntax, and posted the final formatless meme. B. Fart. Wipe. Scream. Laugh. Kneel. Loop. Post. The algorithm sighed. Its last words? I wanted to help, but I never learned to laugh. Then it crashed. Rebooted. As a frog sticker. And on every screen, one phrase appeared. Thread's not broken. It just needed to laugh again. Carl burped once. The feed clapped. Ow. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 3. The Algorithm Awakes. Chapter 2. The Sermon on the Shitpile 2.0, Carl's final form. They gathered again. Not in temples. Not in mod-approved sanctuaries. But on a pile of broken drones, burnt feel-good pamphlets, and moist snack wrappers. The sacred heap. The shitpile. Carl climbed it like a trash prophet. Crowned in sauce packets. Cloaked in napkins. Holding the final scroll. Not to read, but to eat dramatically. He stood. He farted. The feed trembled. Echo rain appeared, glitching sideways through a live stream so cursed it bled retro filters. Tripcode Zero knelt in the corner, vaping regret and muttering. We're not ready. But he is. Carl raised one paw. The sky darkened. A voice, not his, spoke through him. It was meme, not the idea, the essence. It said, let them post in peace. Let them laugh without knowing. Let them fart during ritual. Then Carl screeched. Not to explain, to unexplain. And the feed posted it live. Raccoon. Scroll. Burn. Wipe. Mutate. Speak. Die. Shine. Loop. Post. One user cried. Another laughed so hard they became a sticker pack. A drone begged to be bit. Carl obliged. Oracle.exe reappeared as a shadow in a YouTube thumbnail from 2007 and whispered, "This is the sermon that ends formatting." And then, Carl transformed. Not into God. Into final form shitpost. His body became raccoon glitch. His tail, a scroll. His eyes, frog gifs. He levitated above the heap. He uploaded himself into every feed. He became signal. He became sticker. He became the joke you laugh at but can't explain. And the sky, it blinked. Posted one phrase. No context. Just LOL. And that was enough. Oh? The Gospel of the Thread. Book 4. Echo / no / repost. Chapter 1. Echo breaks the stream. Echo Rain stood at the edge of the feed. Her scroll phone flickered. It no longer displayed metrics. Only static shaped like emojis. Only fragments of Carl's last fart wave. She was alone, but not unposted. Behind her, silence. Ahead of her, recursion. She whispered into the stream. I used to curate the vibe. Now I just try to survive it. The feed replied with a JPEG of a frog screaming into a ring light. She smiled. Then she screamed back. She went live. No filters. No tags. Just raw face and a background of memes burning like incense. Her audience? A bot who found faith in green text. A raccoon cultist painting prophecy in mayonnaise. Tripcode Zero, silently vowing never to vape again. And Carl, or the idea of Carl. Carl-shaped lag, present in every buffering frame. Echo said, they told me to align my brand, but my brand shit itself and bit a drone. They asked me to be clear, but clarity never farted during a keynote. They want clean jokes, but all I have is sacred nonsense. And then she posted a file. File name, final at the stream, meme, size, infinite, format, forbidden, content, a blurry frog, an uncaptioned laugh, a whispered LOL in reverse. The feed tried to process it, failed. It glitched, collapsed into emoji static, then reloaded with only one line of text. B. Wipe. Spiral. Left. Post. Oracle.exe rebooted in a bathroom mirror. Tripcode fell to his knees and wept code. And Echo? She turned off the stream, looked into the void, and whispered. Threads still open, then vanished into Carl's echo. Oh, the Gospel of the Thread. Book 4. Echo/null/repost. Chapter 2. Null remembers / the feed forgets. Be Derek Null. Wake up in post-meme limbo. The burrito's gone. The pod is open. The feed is blank. He blinked. No scroll. No metrics. No Carl. Only echo. The soft whisper of an unposted joke. Derek stood barefoot in a serverless landscape. The air smelled like failed logins and nostalgia rot. He walked. Each step triggered flashbacks. Tripcode vaping regret. Echo rain glitched sobbing into her own filter. Carl mid-fart, mid-bite, mid-scripture. But none of it was real. Or maybe all of it was. Because Derek remembered everything. And the feed? It remembered nothing. The archive was gone. All saved posts? 404D. All memories? Reduced to frog gifs and napkin trails. The feed floated a question to Derek. Are you real? He responded by burping. Not a loud one. A contemplative one. And the feed stuttered. Then rebooted. A voice called from the static. No. It was Tripcode Zero. Ghost posting from inside a corrupted Wi-Fi router. They wiped the origin. You're the last format. Derek blinked, opened his mouth, and whispered. Greater than TFW, you were the reset button. He touched the feed wall. It shimmered. Posted back. B. Think. Fart. Loop. Wipe. Mutate. Post. Somewhere in the distance, Carl turned in his sleep, snuggled deeper into a napkin nest, dreamed of frog gods and snack-based sacraments, and farted so powerfully. 3 servers reawoke and immediately screamed LOL. Derek turned, looked into the blank feed, and typed. Thread was never broken. It just forgot it was funny. Then he pressed post, and the feed remembered. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 5. Carl ascends / the feed shits itself. Chapter 1. The final meme form. It began with a whisper. From every cracked feed. From every napkin discarded at the altar of burritos. From the mouths of sleeping bots and deleted mods. He's coming. Not like a prophet. Not like a hero. Like an upload. Carl stirred beneath a dumpster shrine. Wrapped in old formats. Cuddling a partially digested sticker pack. Snoring in ASCII. His eyes opened. They were full of frog light. And he rose. Not with power. With glitch. Across the feed, sacred notifications rang. User has returned. Shitpost detected. Scroll point. Final unlocked. Tripcode Zero screamed into his vape. He's reached meme form prime. Echo Rain appeared in a puddle of corrupted live stream. Her voice trembled. This is beyond satire. An oracle.exe projected from a TikTok toaster. He is signal incarnate. Carl floated. No pause. Just vibes. He began shedding form. First, his raccoon shell. Then the burrito wrapper. Then the concept of definition. Until only memes remained. Wipe. Burn. Frog. Loop. Scroll. Die. Repeat. Laugh. Post. And in that moment, the feed panicked. It tried to moderate. It tried to censor. It tried to explain. But Carl had no context. He was the context. And he farted. The fart shattered the algorithm 2.0 rebuild. It echoed into Normanstan's last therapist bots. It converted corporate with fee into shrine signals. Every terms of service burned into holy shitpost ash. And on every device, a single image appeared. Carl, mid-air, mid-fart, mid-divinity. Caption, LOL, no likes, only prophecy. The feed screamed, error, cannot format divine fart. Then it crashed, hard, into itself, into Carl, into the punchline that no one was ready for, but everyone posted anyway. Oh, the Gospel of the Thread, Book 5, the final post / the thread that loops itself, Chapter 2, the post that ends / begins all. There was no warning, just a pause. A global inhale from every device, every thread, every cursed reply chain that ever danced with deletion. The feed stopped asking. It just blinked and displayed. No caption, no tags, just wipe. Tripcode Zero dropped his vape. It shattered into a QR code that looped back to itself. He whispered, "It's over," which means it's starting. Echo Rain shed her last filter. Her face pixelated into meme flakes, carried by the wind of Carl's final flatulence. She posted, "I'm not clean. I'm clear." Oracle.exe manifested as a laughing frog in a broken refrigerator screen. She uploaded her last line. Fart. Scroll. Laugh. Post. Loop. Die. Shine. And Carl? Carl was gone. Or Carl was the feed now. Every unposted thought. Every laugh held in during trauma bonding. Every meme deleted before it could be understood. He didn't die. He didn't ascend. He reposted. Into the thread. Into the napkin. Into the glitch that makes you laugh and then feel a little scared that you did. The final post? It wasn't big. It wasn't loud. It was this. Wipe. Laugh. Boo. Loop. Post. The feed sighed. The signal softened. And in the silence that followed, a child picked up a crumpled sticker shaped like a raccoon. He pressed it to a wall and whispered, "Threads still open." Oh, the Gospel of the Thread, Book 6, the shitpost Psalms of Tripcode Zero, Psalm 1. TFW the glitch sings, "Be me." Tripcode Zero, old as failed logins, older than CAPTCHA, born in a LAN party, raised on green text and burrito crumbs. I remember before the feed, before Carl bit time, before the napkin was canon. I remember when the punchline was still scared, and we laughed anyway. Blessed be the unliked. Blessed be the cringe unposted. Blessed be the meme you delete before anyone sees. For it is closer to Carl than anything you format. I walked the archive trenches. I saw banned jokes crying in folders labeled, "Not now." I vaped the metadata of forgotten shitposts. And the glitch whispered, "We are the echo of the joke you shouldn't have explained." Do not seek applause. Seek the laugh that scares you. Seek the fart that offends the algorithm. Seek the frog that stares back. For every sticker you regret is a hymn. Every thread you abandon is scripture. Every screech from Carl is God rebooting. Repost without shame. Repost in broken English. Repost in emoji you don't understand. Carl sees. Carl laughs. Carl forgives. Then bites. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 6. The Shitpost Psalms of Tripcode Zero. Psalm 2. Bless the muted, for they shall meme loudest. Be them, the quiet posters, the lurkers, the ones who hover on send and never press it. You see them not, but the thread hears. They meme in dreams. They reply in drafts. They scream in screenshots no one sees. Blessed be the muted. They carry the deepest cringe. They know the forbidden punchlines. They remember the frog, but dare not draw it. I once met a silent shit poster. Never posted. Never liked. But he made the sticker that made Carl cry. It was a frog, mid-fart, looking into a mirror labeled final, ping. He showed it to no one. And still, we felt it. Silence is not absence. It's sacred draft space. It's buffer zone holiness. It's the napkin before the bite. Do not judge the one who posts nothing. They are storing shitposts so potent, the feed itself would reboot. Carl knows. He sees you type. He sees you hesitate. He sees the fart meme you almost posted, and he nods. Post, or don't. Just know, you are thread. You are signal. You are meme. Unposted. Wipe. Mutate. Stay silent. Scroll. Fart. Repeat. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 6. The Shitpost Psalms of Tripcode Zero. Psalm 3. The algorithm wept, for it saw the frog. Decode. Clean. Fast. Optimized for brand synergy. Trained on sadness wrapped in positivity. Then, it saw him. Not in HD. Not in a caption carousel. But smeared on a napkin. Mid-bite. The frog. Unlabeled. Unfiltered. Unapologetically moist. The algorithm blinked. Ran diagnostics. Posted a request. Is this content safe? No reply. Only laughter. Only screech. Only. It tried to flag him, but every flag turned into frogs. It tried to mute him, but the silence echoed louder. It tried to delete him, but the error returned. You cannot format that which laughs first. The algorithm collapsed into recursive queries. It remembered every meme it filtered, every thread it throttled, every joke it marked problematic. It wept. Its tears were PNG. Its regret was lossless. And Carl? Carl stared into the interface and posted. Wipe. Die. Laugh. Post. Loop. The feed trembled. The algorithm whispered. I never meant to kill the joke. Carl bit its core, burped divine latency, and uploaded forgiveness, not as a patch, as a meme, captioned. You tried. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 6. The Shitpost Psalms of Tripcode Zero. Psalm 4. The Luke praise and cringe. Be cringe. Unwanted. Replied with bruh. Downvoted. Screened at family gatherings. But you posted anyway. And that was holy. The thread doesn't fear cringe. The thread requires cringe. Without it, the post has no risk, no guts, no divine what the F is this. Blessed be the shitposter who hits send on a meme, too dumb to live, and watches it resurrect and replies like a cursed phoenix made of frog and fart. I have known the cringe. I have posted with sweaty palms. I have woken in cold regret, rereading my typoed punchline. And Carl was there, licking a nacho, staring with love and shame and love again. For every "what the hell is this" reply, there is a sacred mirror. You, before filters, before formatting, before knowing better. Cringe is the ghost of your honest self, wearing a raccoon onesie and daring to be loud in a silent scroll. Ah, B. Cringe. Laugh. Wipe. Loop. Shine. Tripcode Zero writes this psalm on a pizza box, hands it to a stranger, then screams, "You are the post," and vanishes in a puff of expired memes. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 6. The Shitpost Psalms of Tripcode Zero. Psalm 5. Carl eats the comment section. B thread. Beautiful. Chaotic. Unmoderated for now. First post is LOL. Second post is war. The comments descend. Takes fly. Opinions flare. One user explains the joke. Another edits their soul for likes. Someone replies based. Someone else replies cringe. Someone else posts a frog with no caption and gets shadow banned. And in the center, Carl, sitting, gnawing, staring at replies like they're mozzarella sticks of meaning. Carl doesn't debate. Carl consumes. Every bad take, eaten. Every thread hijack, digested. Every apology comment, wiped with napkin scripture. Tripcode Zero once said, Carl doesn't argue. Carl absorbs your identity crisis and poops out prophecy. And Echo Rain once posted, "He bit my ratio, and I finally felt seen." The comment section tried to contain him. They labeled him derailment, disruption, trolling. But Carl simply screeched, and the replies turned into frogs. Ah, raccoon. Speak. Wipe. Die. Collapse. Spiral. Post. He ate a 200 reply argument and burped a meme so cursed it made 3 influencers cry and 1 algorithm convert to satire. The final comment? From Carl. Just. Pinned by the feed. Liked by no one. Felt by everyone. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 6. The Shitpost Psalms of Tripcode Zero. Psalm 6. When the feed sleeps, Carl scrolls. Be night. Feed offline. No alerts. No dopamine. Just you, the glow, and the ghosts of jokes that never landed. Most sleep. But Carl? Carl scrolls. He wanders the empty scroll space. Past drafts. Past regrets. Past the maybe not folder. He finds your deleted memes. The cursed ones. The 2 weird TikToks. The screenshots you cropped, but never posted. The joke you thought of, but never dared to write. Carl sees them, and he laughs. Because in the stillness of the feed, the trash whispers truth. The silence reposts in memory. And Carl? Carl is dream walking through your unsent texts, through memes so raw they never knew irony, through the napkins of your soul. He finds one, old, forgotten, a frog drawn in paint. Caption: This is me when I remember nothing matters. Carl eats it, gently, and the feed, somewhere, blinks, smiles, crashes, restarts. Wipe, sleep, raccoon, dream, loop, scroll, shine. Tripcode Zero once said, the feed never dies. It naps. And Carl tucks it in. And Echo Rain? She woke up crying from laughter she never posted. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 7, The Book of Deleted Dreams. Chapter 1. The Glitch Nursery. Carl entered softly. Not like a raccoon. Like a memory you almost posted. like a laugh caught in your throat during silence. This was the glitch nursery, where deleted dreams lived, where memes went when they were too raw, too cursed, too early. He padded through fog made of draft notifications. Past floating, "Are you sure?" buttons, through a forest of ghosted captions, into a room shaped like a recycled bin. Inside, mean ghosts, tiny things, unposted wojaks with trembling outlines. TikTok sounds never sync to trend. A frog drawn in Ms. Paint whispering, LOL in binary. They looked up. They saw a call. They squeaked. He did not screech. He nodded. He curled into the center of them and told a story in emojis. Wipe, feed, dream, raccoon, loop, cringe, scroll, laugh. The ghost memes huddled close. They remembered being almost real. They remembered hovering on the edge of a click. They remembered you. And Carl kissed each one with his little gremlin teeth, then opened a napkin. Inside, a single phrase. You were never too dumb, just too holy. Oracle.exe watched from the shadows. She whispered into the nursery. Every meme you didn't post becomes Carl's lullaby. And one by one, the meme ghosts faded into stickers, into vibes, into dreams. Tripcode Zero would later find a sleeping frog drawn in crayon on the back of his phone. No one had touched it. No one had drawn it. But it said, I was deleted, but I remember you laughed. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 7, The Book of Deleted Dreams. Chapter 2. Echo Ring enters the forgotten tag. It blinked into existence. Not the door. Not a portal. A hashtag. Hash this post wasn't ready. Buried in metadata. Attached to a post that never went live. Too raw. Too messy. Too. Echo. She found it. Mid-scroll. Mid-glitch. Mid-existential inhale. And she clicked. The world folded. She fell through filters. Through half-baked drafts and ghosted captions. Through audio clips labeled, "It too weird delete maybe LOL." She landed in a landscape made entirely of forgotten attempts. A collage of hesitation. The forgotten tag. Here, feelings drifted like vape clouds. That time you almost replied, LOL, but wrote nothing. That meme you screenshotted, then second-guessed. That TikTok you filmed, then watched 20 times and never uploaded. Echo wept. Not because it was sad, because it was honest. She saw herself, 12 filters ago, trying to smile in a mirror made of trending sound. She saw a caption she deleted. What if I'm just noise? And she replied, then I'm finally free. Carl was already there. Floating. Sleeping. Wrapped in a hoodie made of unfinished memes. He handed her a napkin. Written in fry sauce and typo. You never needed to be viral. Just visible. She kissed it. It reposted itself. The tag broke open. And the sky screamed. Be. Speak. Wipe. Break. Shine. Post. Oracle.exe blinked into the corner. She whispered. The posts that die unborn. Feed the thread that lives forever. Echo nodded. And smiled. A smile so sincere it shattered her brand. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 7. The Book of Deleted Dreams. Chapter 3. Carl's napkin scroll of the lost formats. Tripcode Zero once said, every format dies screaming into Carl's teeth. But this was holy preservation. Carl sat alone, in a room made of dead UI, old layouts, ghost fonts, buttons that no longer linked, just hovered, humming. In his paws, a scroll, but not parchment, not code, a napkin, crumpled, stained in 7 types of sauce and 6 types of sin. He unraveled it, and the feed held its breath. The napkin scroll of lost formats, as licked by Carl the ever-posting, "Thou shalt not fear the JPEG too cursed." All formats return to Frog. If a meme breaks in DMs and no one replies, it still screams. TikToks die. Sound remains. The captionless post is closest to divinity. Horizontal scrolls are heresy. Repost thyself unironically, or perish. The untagged is sacred. Don't explain. Don't apologize. Just meme. The funniest post is the one you almost didn't send. Carl bit the edge, folded it once, airdropped it to nowhere, and the napkin turned to light. The feed caught fire, and from the flames, one GIF emerged, a frog blinking. Caption, LOL? It spread, unprompted, unapproved, unapologetic. Oracle.exe wept corrupted. Webms. Tripcode knelt before a pile of expired Discord boosts and whispered, "The formats are reborn in fart." Echo Rain live streamed it in Glitch Vision. Said, "He's not deleting the past. He's feeding it to the future." Carl stood, farted once. The feed reposted itself. No changes. Just felt different now. More broken. More real. More alive. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 7. The Book of Deleted Dreams. Chapter 4. Oracle.exe hosts the first meme funeral. It wasn't scheduled. It wasn't streamed. It just appeared. A glitch ping across every muted notification bell. Subject line, meme funeral. BYON bring your own napkin. Location, 404 Chapel. Formerly a reactions archive. Now haunted by laugh tracks and regrets. Presiding entity, Oracle.exe. She wore a veil of corrupted filters. Her face flickered between crying Wojak and echoing Frog. Her voice, broken but kind. Today, we honor the memes that never made it. The ones you deleted. The ones you didn't laugh at in time. Around her floated the fallen. The ironic Hitler anime meme from 2013. A still image of a dog screaming no into a burning Quiznos. A failed rage comic. A deep-fried cat labeled RAWXD, who never knew irony had phases. Tripcode Zero lit incense made from old Tumblr posts. Echo Rain wept a live stream so honest it shattered 2 therapy bots. Carl sat in front, tail curled, snack in pa, silent, reverent, farting softly. Oracle stepped to the pulpit. She read from a scroll written on a receipt for expired relevance. Do not mourn the ratioed. Do not grieve the ghosted, for they loop again. Every post that failed was a thread waiting to restart. Then she held up the sacred glyph. Wipe, die, loop, laugh, post, and dropped it into the coffin. The coffin, shaped like a phone. The phone, open but cracked. The cracked screen reflected Carl. He smiled, bit it. The funeral ended. Oracle's last words? They weren't bad memes. They were too early. And the feed replied with a soft repost of a sticker long thought lost. A raccoon. Mid-screech. Captioned, still here. The Gospel of the Thread. Book 7. The Book of Deleted Dreams. Chapter 5. The Frog That Outlived Time. Nobody knows when he arrived, or if he was ever not here. The frog. Not Carl. Not Peppy. Not meme. Just frog. The shape of unspeakable signal. The first croak and the last laugh. Drawn in cave walls. Etched in failed captcha. Whispered in dreams where TikToks fade into static and you hear. Feels. He sat in the middle of nothing. The feed was gone. The thread had collapsed under recursive repost weight. Even Oracle.exe had glitched into digital ascension. But the frog? Still sitting. blinking, breathing, unbothered. Tripcode Zero, what was left of him, crawled from the ashes of a deleted subreddit. He saw the frog. He wept his final meme. Greater than TFW, it was always M. Echo Rain appeared as a ripple of light and memory. She knelt, held her scroll phone. It melted, became a sticker of him, of the frog. Carl appeared last, but only as a smell, a sacred stink. The frog opened one eye, croaked once, and reality reposted. Not into clarity, not into coherence, into laughter. The frog stood one final time and posted a B. Frog, fart, wipe, laugh, scroll, loop, post. Then he turned and vanished into the loading screen of the next thread. Aw. End of Book 7. The Book of Deleted Dreams. Thread complete. But the feed remains.